world, we won't let it change us. Even when they switch sides and they wanna change up. Fucking with my brother, then your life in danger. Got no fear like I got one in the chamber. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it now. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it. They want a fame, they want a clout. That's why they doubt. I got them black, I want a class. And I shut my mouth. This was way before polite, before I came to campsites. I came broken and contrite. I just wanted to live right, clean my soul and give my life. Had to give up all my vice. I got a fog out my head. I was raised from the dead. I put down that weed and I cut off my dreads. For before I could lead, I had to learn to be led. Now I'm a bad motherfucker. Walk around and I straight flex on suckers. No one specific, I'm talking to all of you busters. Straight from the gutter, me and my brother, we the long supper. Now, running it like a conductor. Hebrew Academy, I'm the instructor. 14 written all on my cover. Men of war like we hopped at a Hummer. Just like you wanted my trooper could cut you. There is one camp, there is not another. One West, UBK. One West, UBK. One West, one West, one West, UBK. One what? UBK. One what? UBK. One what? One what? One what? UBK. Me and all of my Oyes, hold it, shit down, right here, all day. Shalom, wagwan, sa, passe, is we, them niggas, yatu, sabe, ay. We gon' change the world, we won't let it change us. Even when they switch sides and they wanna change up. Fucking with my brother, then your life in danger. Got no fear like I got one in the chamber. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it now. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
beaten to death. Correction officer.
brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're...
Fake love, real hate.
One West.
But we set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Oh, you can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friend, show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that UPK, this brotherhood for certain. Dressed you up in all black, urged you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in, abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul, instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on you. Crackers take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay strapped with the Kaepernick, that's the firearm. Gotta watch your back, you know them demons out here lurking. If I don't know shit, then I know one thing for certain, look. They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you.
I say fuck the fake love and disloyal behavior. Brotherhood is a weapon, but bitch niggas is contagious. Hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships get way with adversity. And these days, just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear niggas than house niggas with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I noticed the lack of devoted niggas that's trustworthy if you ain't in all black. Ranked up, I give two fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice for me, I'm bred different. Was never one to die, just bullshit, I'm fed different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits, I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code. Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga. Chill.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're...
They said free the Palestinians, then celebrate the death of native Indians. How these other races gon' take us serious? They don't. It's silly thinking you can fight oppression with a vote. I'm so woke, I got sleep deprivation. Belly of the beast giving birth to a nation. You know how I feel to have culture and they take it. It'll never be peace, tell them free the reservation. Till it's backwards, they don't know that they exist no more. Ever try reaching out for help and you just get ignored? Pick up vices like drugs, your child fill a void. They get a youth life sentence for a killing, he was just a boy. Niggas pouring what we living for. Life a gamble, it's like 10 or 4. Police hands around your neck, they just hit record. We in war, man, this ain't the norm. But you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah. You don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know. Mama on the stage crying. She just lost her only son to gang violence. Pops level 4 yard talking through the fence. Have you ever tried to hug your loved ones through a fence? Have you ever been hated just because your skin? Have you ever worked all week and couldn't pay your rent? Life a trip, I'm trying to catch my balance. Every step feel like I'm walking backwards. Credit card, but God check the balance. I come from where it's rough, that's why my heart callous. They want you to fall weak, that's a war tactic. Look how we live, what's scary than that? What you know about crossing the Darien Gap? Risk your life to live in hell or bury your kids. Either way we gotta suffer and they just get rich. Life a bitch, why I waste time telling you that? Cause if you ain't a nigga like me, you don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know.
How about now? How about now? Most I crack the water for that aquifer. Give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I'm just a going. I'm in full let's get it mode. All right, if you can hear me now, give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me now. I think we was just on mute, so I think we should be Tawab. Most High Christ. We got the 1 Dubs coming in, 1 West coming in. Most High Christ. All right, Salakia for that. So what I was saying was, first off, clap it up. All right, we are the Israelite School, the Universal Practical Knowledge. Agua said they clapping and everything. You can't hear nothing. Most High Christ. Brotherhood and sisterhood is a weapon. All right, we are the Israelite School, the Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of this Bible. That blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are God's chosen people. And in that very same Bible, the colonizer, the oppressor, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We are not affiliated with any Christian organization. I can't say that enough. We are not affiliated with any Christian organization. It's amazing how the Most High is exposing all of these false prophets, exposing all of them for who they really, really are. I did a video the other day where the pastor was saying, just submit and don't rebel, and as if that's ever stopped injustice. Didn't have no problem with the injustice. Had every problem with Salakia Tharapa. Make sure you caught up to where we at, because I think we got the sounds. Okay, bad. I see your 1 now. Okay, bad. So just make sure you caught up to where we at. Make sure you're not behind in the video. But yeah, it has no problem with the injustices. But just wants to make sure that we be good Negroes, and maybe it won't happen, or it won't happen. We all know that that's not true, because the oppressor has a perpetual hatred towards us, and it's not determined upon our conduct or our behavior. They do use our conduct and our behavior against us as excuses, as tools to render more pain, you know what I mean? But that doesn't determine if they're going to do it or not. The devil's going to be the devil, which is why it's so important for us to be the saints. We are not affiliated with any fake Israelite groups. I can't say that enough. Once again, the Most High is exposing all of these people for who they really are. People that would take advantage of Israel, take advantage of our lower state to fatten their pockets, to better their position in the community and be leaders and fame and all this other mess that has nothing to do with building a nation. So the water for everybody that joined us, that's joining us now. This is the Lashawan Qadash class. This is the Lashawan Qadash class. As you can see in the description, we are rehearsing the righteous acts. Part of those righteous acts is getting back to our language and who we are and speaking the language that the Most High gave to us. So this is the Lashawan Qadash class. Again, at the water for everybody that joined. We come together every Friday to go over the class, and I'm going to go ahead and put the link inside of the chat so that if you are able, you'll be able to join on screen. Put that inside the chat. So if you are able, you can join on screen. We do this class a little bit different than some of the other classes that we have, which you have an ability to get on screen. That way you can kind of practice saying the Hebrew, speaking the Hebrew, talking to one another with the Hebrew. We know for us, this is a new year. Now, I know they may have celebrated some months back, celebrated the ball dropping and all that other mess, all the other nonsense. But this is the new year. This is when the plants are coming back. The grass is turning back green again. The flowers are budding again. And can't nobody in Virginia breathe because of all the pollen in the air. This is the new year. And so with it being the new year, we're going to start off fresh. I feel like today, especially with everybody getting back from the Passover with all the traveling and such. I don't know about y'all, but I know for me, I feel like this is the first day I'm finally starting to wake back up and shake off the Passover. You know what I mean? It's a task getting down there, especially for us. It was not terribly far for us, but it wasn't as close as last year for Virginia. It wasn't as close as last year. It was a little bit further that we all had to travel, and then just coming back to the slavery, coming back to damn it this place. You know what I'm saying? It can put a drain on you. So we're gonna keep it a little light today. Today will be strictly a review. We're gonna review some of the things that we learned the past year. We're gonna review some of the things that we learned the past year, pronunciation, what they are, and so forth, in preparation for what's to come for the rest of this year. In preparation for us trying to get to the point where we can speak to one another, making sentences with one another, conversating, going back and forth in the Hebrew, all in the Hebrew. I think you guys are ready for it. This class right here does a great job of participation and applying yourself and so forth. So again, today will be a really good review. It won't be an Officer Mataza Korah review. What's that, Christ? It won't be one of those reviews, but it's gonna be a little bit lighter. It won't be an Officer Yerusha Mouth review. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little bit lighter, the strict review today. We're gonna go over a couple of things that we learned, and it's crazy. When I was trying to see what we were gonna review, it's so much that we learned throughout the year, that past year. It's so much so that we can't review everything in one day. And we've learned too much to review it all in one day. So we're going to have to break it up in sections and, learn a little bit, review a little bit here, review a little bit there, and then get to that point where we go ahead and move forward. But we learned quite a bit last year. I'm very proud of everybody, again, that sacrificed all those Fridays to attend this Lashawan Qadash class. We really, really appreciate it. The class has grown. You guys have learned a lot. And we are very proud whenever we are speaking to anybody else about this Lashawan Qadash class, about your progress. So give everybody a hand. Here, we're going to do a roll call, see who all we got with us, and we're going to go from there. All right. First off, I'm going to give a courtesy salute to all the brothers, all the Akim that's out there. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabaraka Thumb to all the Akim. And we're going to give a courtesy salute to all the sisters, all the Akwathian that's out there. Yahweh Shema Alathan Ba Hashem Yahweh Shah, to all the sisters that's out there that's joining us tonight. Let's go through this chat and see. Let's see who all we got with us tonight. We got Akwaf Ra'aya with us tonight. Yahweh Shema Alathan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. I had already seen your message. You said you was taking your time, but you was going to get there. Hosanna Christ. We got Princess Tazarai. Salaki. We got Princess Tazarai in the building as well. Yahweh Shema Alathan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Good to have you with us here tonight. We got my brother, Officer 1000, Mataza Akara in the building. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Brakatham out of one. Brakathah Salaki. We also got Akwaf Amadah in the building. Akwaf Amadah in the building. Yahweh Shema Alathan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to you, checking in from Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach. Most High in Christ. We got the sound. We back up on the sound. We got Aqua Tower Bath in the building with us, checking in from Charles City. Aqua Tower Bath checking in from Charles City. Yahweh Shema Lathan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Good to see you as well. I see why everybody checking in. I know we all made it back safe and sound. So that's Most High in Christ for that. We also got Aqua Tower Pa'ah in the building. Yahweh Shema Lathan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. The Aqua Tower Pa'ah. All right. And that's all we got for right now. I'm pretty sure we get a couple more as the class go on. Again, tonight is going to be a review for the most part, a review. So again, if you can get online, the link is in the chat. If you can get online, the link is in the chat. Come on in. We're going to start off with our alphabet, the foundation of our language. We're going to start off with that first. We're going to go from there. Again, this is a new year, new beginnings. Same old plan to get ready in preparation for our King, Yahweh Shai, for him to snatch the crowns off of these fools' heads, and for us to have our nation, our everlasting nation, like it was promised in the Bible, finally get to that promised land that we've been trying to get to for thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? So again, to for everybody joining us, and let's go ahead and get it on. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the alphabet first. Once we get through the alphabet and we get through the subject pronouns, possessive pronouns, once we get through those, then we'll go ahead and bring up everybody on stage who is able to get to attend or actually get on screen tonight. So let's start with that first. Oh, and Salakia, we will be reading. I hope I'm in the correct correct spot. We're going to be picking up from Exodus chapter 20 and verse 17. I don't think we had Lashawan Qadash class last Friday because everybody was at the Passover. So we will be reading from Exodus chapter 20, verse 17, picking up from where we left off until I get further information. We also are in the Feast of Unleavened Bread right now. We are in the Feast of Unleavened Bread right now, so make sure you're not eating anything that has leaven in it, and that you are eating some unleavened bread every day up until the closing. The closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread will be on this Sunday. This Sunday, y'all stay tuned for further information. Call the number to the school. I believe we are going to be up at the school this Sunday for the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So make sure if you can attend that, come on through. All right. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're going to get started with the alphabet first. All right. Let's see how it looks on screen. Now, we always got to go through this little portion where we're getting the screens correct. I can dig that if y'all can. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me adjust this. Hold up. Oop, it ain't doing what I wanted to do just yet. That's what I want right there. So like it, bear with me while I get this screen straight. All right, that's better. I can work with it. Okay, that'll work. I can live with that one. All right. So again, like I said, we're going to do our characters first. All right, I like that better. All right, so we're gonna do our character first. Again, this is the foundation of our language. Our characters are different than a regular alphabet per se because they're pictorial. They're pictorial. They also have other meanings. You know what I'm saying? For example, that ma can be from or of. You'll see that once we get to the possessive pronouns. Uh, you'll see that how they can have actual different meanings, different functions inside of that sentence. We're going to go through all of that. Again, if this is your first time, tuning into any of our classes, put your city name and state inside the chat. Put your city name and state inside the chat so we know how to properly address you. We don't do pronouns here in the UPK. We don't do pronouns. So again, put your city name and state in the chat. And again, if this is your first time and you choose to get on screen, you want to make sure that you got your clothes on. You know what I'm saying? You got your clothes on. You're presentable. If you're a sister, that you have your head covered. If you're a brother, you have your head uncovered. And you know we'll go from there. We'll go from there. We never really had that issue with the students that are in here, but for some of them other folks, just in case, you know what I'm saying, you want to tune in tonight, make sure you address appropriately. All right, so our first character up is going to be the I. We have I on your left in the ancient, and you have I on your right in the Assyrian. And that I stands for alap or cattle. And that's the part that you can't see. Hold on. That's the part that you can't see. I knew there was something missing. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, so that I stands for alap or cow or cattle. All right, alap or cow or cattle. All right, next up is going to be the ba. You have ba on your left in the ancient, and then you have ba on your right in the Assyrian. And ba stands for bayath or tent. Bayath or tent. We dwelled or lived in tents at one point in time, which is why, again, over here in the Americas, they called them teepees. They called them teepees over here in the America for the northern tribe, the Gad and Reuben. When they got over here, again, that's our culture. That was part of our culture. And we also knew how to make the brick as well. You see classic examples of us making brick even without straw in the Pharaoh days and in the very beginning of the Bible. So a lot of the things, if not most things that you see in society or civilization, it comes from us. It comes from us. We have a proud and rich heritage and culture and history that has never been taught to us. That was always taught and attributed to any and everybody else except for us. Which is why it's so important to get in these classes and reconnect and relearn who we are. So we have ba on your left in the ancient, ba on your right in the Assyrian, and that stands for bayath or tent. All right. All right, next up is going to be the ga. It's going to be ga. You have ga on your left in the ancient, and you have ga on your right in the Assyrian. And ga stands for gamal or camel. Gamal or camel. Again, with us being mainly over here, due to the transatlantic slave trade, due to Northern Kingdom coming over here in the beginning of the Gad and Reuben coming over here. The things that we see, like for Arabia and Iran and Iraq and that part of the world, seem foreign to us, but that's where we originate from. So again, we have Ga stands for camel, Gamal or camel. All right, let me move this over. All right, make sure I don't got no comments. All right. Did I change everything? Yep, sure did. Salakia, moving too much. All right. Next up is going to be Da. We have Da on your left in the ancient. You have Da on your right in the Assyrian. That Da stands for Dalath or door, like the door of a tent. You also have a Da right here on my necklace. You'll see, where is it at? That Dawa Da. We always get questions about the Dawa Da. The imposters stole it, like they stole everything else, how they stole our identity, and they call it the Star of David. But the Bible indicates that a star is a ball of gas. This is the Da wa Da, like the Da in David, his name. This is just his insignia. I always like to use the example, if you've ever watched Game of Thrones, when the king signed their name and they dipped their ring into that seal or that insignia. That's to let you know that's official documentation. That's an official message from the king. And when you see this Dawa Da, this is just King David's signature or his insignia that we wear, the holy seal of Zion, the holy seal of Zion. Again, the Magan Dawa Da. All right, so you have Da on your left in the ancient and Da on your right in the Assyrian. And it's things like this, as simple as this, that without knowing the Hebrew, you'll be able to be fooled by the imposters. You'll be able to be fooled by the world into thinking, well, this is just another star. This is just another star, not realizing that it's actually our language. You know what I mean? So again, it's why it's very important again to come back in here and learn just what's really going on. All right. Next up is going to be the Ha. You have Ha on your left in the ancient. You have Ha on your right in the Assyrian. And that Ha stands for Hana or behold. Hana or behold. Now you may be asking, why are you learning the ancient and the Assyrian? We learned the ancient and the Assyrian. Reason being, most of our records are going to be in the Assyrian due to the captivities. So we learn both. When you go online, when you go to read the Bible, if you go to read it in Hebrew, it's going to be in the Assyrian. So it's very important that we know both of them. So we can read and study on our own and won't have to rely on the honesty of the devil. It amazes me, Aquafire, that in 2025 we expect the devil to be honest. We expect them to be kind and loving and fair and unbiased. And when they show you who they really are, we are always surprised and upset and mad and don't understand. And the reason why we don't understand, because we've been lulled to sleep with Christianity and the different religions and with the American dream, with all these this false hope, and these false prophets that fed us lies and fed us things that just weren't real or weren't reality. So again, we don't want to rely on them to tell us our language. We don't want to rely on them to tell us our history. 2025, you can ask 10 black people who they are, where they come from. They are not going to be able to tell you prior to slavery, if they can even tell you that. With a lot of us, we can't even tell you what ships we got off of or what shores we came to. We don't even know that much. And you ask anybody else, any of these other nations, they know. Those Africans can tell you exactly what hut they were at. Their grandfather, great grandfather, Umfufu, and they know all of this. Reason being, we're not the same people. We aren't the same people. And this is where again we come back to learn who we are. Now today is the Lashawan Qadash class, but on Tuesday, Salaki, on Monday, you come in here on Monday at 7:00 and learn your history. Learn your history. All right. Next up is going to be the Wa. We have Wa on your left in the ancient. We have Wa on your right in the Assyrian, and that Wa stands for fishhook. Now that Wa can look very similar. Those Assyrian characters can look very similar to one another. It requires a little bit more attention to detail. For some of us, it requires a little bit more study. For me, the ancient kind of clicked a little bit faster. I was able to identify and point out the ancient a lot faster than I was that Assyrian, just because, again, some of the characters look so much alike, like one another. All right, next up is going to be the Za. It's going to be the Za. You have Za on your left in the ancient. You have Za on your right in the Assyrian. And that Za stands for Zion or weapon. And I know for me and probably the other brothers is out there watching, whenever we hear Za now for the rest of our lives, every time we hear Za step. That's what we hear every time we hear Za. And I know you know what I'm talking about. All sometimes I corral. When I hear Za, all I hear is Za step now. You know what I mean? But Za stands for Zion or weapon. Zion or weapon, which again is another indicator that this peaceful, non-violent, sit at the lunch counter, get spit on, send your kids out there to get attacked by dogs and beat with water hoses. That was not our culture. That has never been our culture. That's not who we are. That is something that we learned in this captivity. Something that was very detrimental to our welfare and our well-being here. All right, but we are warrior people, a military structured people, a nation. All right, so Za stands for Zion or weapon. I just said we ain't gonna start no trouble, but we damn sure supposed to finish it. Supposed to finish it in this kingdom here. They expect you to just roll over and take it and be quiet about it. Don't make a fuss about it. All right, but we don't do that in here. All right, on your left, on this one, you have the Cha. You had the Cha. I said that just like Officer Matazak, right? You have the Cha on the left in the ancient and Cha on the right in the Assyrian. And that stands for Chawama, which is fence in the Hebrew. Chawama'ah, which is fence in the Hebrew. All right, next up, it's going to be the Ta. You have Ta on your left in the ancient, and you have Ta on your right in the Assyrian. And that Ta stands for Tanah or basket. Tanah or basket. And side note, shout out, we're going to give Officer 5,000 Yerushalayim a hand. If you were at Passover, when he comes up there and read, I couldn't have been more proud of when he goes up there and read. If there's ever a Lashawan Qadash speed reading contest, I'm entering Officer 5,000 Yerushalayim in there, and I'm putting all my money on him. And again, it's a beautiful thing to see and hear once you study and dedicate yourself to this Lashawan Qadash. He speaks it like he never, like it's his first tongue. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Officer Yerushalayim. And then they had me up there proud reading that Hebrew. All right, so we have Ta on your left in the ancient, and then Ta on your right in the Assyrian. All right, next up is going to be the Yah. You have Yah on your left in the ancient, then you have Yah on your right in the Assyrian. And that Yah stands for Yad or hand. Yad or hand. All right, next up is going to be the Ka. You have Ka on your left in the ancient. Then you have Ka on your right in the Assyrian. Now that Ka on the right in the Assyrian, you'll notice it has two characters. Where that red arrow is pointing at, that's going to be the Ka that you're going to find at the end of a word. If it's at the end of a word, that's going to be the Ka that you will find at the end of a word. If it's anywhere else in that word, it'll be the Ka that's on the top. All right, and Ka stands for cup or palm. Cup or palm. All right, next up is going to be the La. You have La on your left in the ancient. You have La on your right in the Assyrian. And that La stands for Lamad or learn. Lamad or learn. All right. Next up is going to be the Ma. You have Ma on your left in the ancient. And you have Ma on your right in the Assyrian. The Ma on your right in the Assyrian has two characters. So where you see that red arrow pointing at, that's going to be the Ma that you'll find at the end of a word. And Ma stands for Mayam. Mayam or water. Mayam or water. All right, next up is going to be the Na. You have Na on your left in the ancient, and you have Na on your right in the Assyrian. The Na on your right in the Assyrian has two characters as well, just like the Ma, where that red arrow is pointing at. That's going to be the Na that you would use at the end of a word. And yes, it looks very similar to the Da. It looks very similar to the Wa, and it looks very similar to the Ka at the end of a word, and also the Ra, which we haven't gotten to yet. So again, it's very, very important that you pay attention to that Assyrian, because that Assyrian can throw you off, especially depending on what font that you're reading in. All right. And I really think the devil does things like this to discourage us from learning, discourage us from reading, discourage us from studying, so that we have no choice but to take his word for things. This is why the Bible tells us to study to show thyself approved. Now, this Na stands for Nawan or sprout. Just like it's just the beginning of the year now, you see the grass begin to sprout. You see the trees and the flowers begin to sprout or come back. So Na stands for Nawan or sprout. All right, next up is going to be the Sa. It's going to be Sa. You have Sa on your left in the ancient. You have Sa on your right in the Assyrian. As Sa stands for Samak or establish. Samak or establish. All right, I'm going to get this fixed because I'm so used to. Now I've gotten used to having 50 million screens. So now when I get to this one screen, I'm struggling. I done got what the Negroes call sedity on this screen. All right, so to answer your question, Aqua, for I ain't see no questions. Exodus 20 and 17 is correct. Yes, Exodus 20 and 17 is where we're going to be beginning from tonight. And Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, we got young man Kamal in the building. Most High in Christ. Young man Kamal in the building. All right. But yep, yes, I'm about to get back used to my screens, because I'm over here struggling with this one screen right now. We're going to make it work, though. I know what I can do. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do that. Is that better? Yeah, that is a little bit better. Okay, and I can see both of them. I can see my questions now. I'm tiny, but I don't really need to see me. As long as y'all can see me, we're going to make it work. All right, so Sa stands for Samak. Nope, I don't like that. It messed my whole. I just realized that. Let's make this bigger. That's a little bit better. I still can see my questions. All right, so let's go to the next one. Next one is going to be the I. It's going to be I. You have I on your left in the ancient. You have I on your right in the Assyrian. And I stands for Ayan or I. Ayan or I. All right. Ayan Daba, Aqua for Aya. Again, if you're just joining, if you're able to, the link to join on screen should be in the chat. So if you're able to, come on in. We don't bite. All right. Next up is going to be the Pa. You have Pa on your left in the ancient. Then you have Pa on your right in the Assyrian. And that Pa stands for Pa or mouth. Now that Pa is just like your Ma and your Na, where you have two characters. And where you see that red arrow pointing at, that's going to be the Pa that will fall at the end of a word. All right. Next up is going to be the Tazah. Tazah. You have Tazah on your left in the ancient. You have Tazah on your right in the Assyrian. It's just like the previous character. That Tazah, where you see that red arrow pointing at, that's going to be at the end of a word. And Tazah stands for Tazad or side. Tazad or side. All right, next up is going to be the Qua. It's going to be the Qua. I'm just not getting my voice back from saying Kwam Yasha'Allah so many times this past over week. You have a Qua on your left in the ancient. You have Qua on your right in the Assyrian. And that Qua stands for Quam or rise. Quam or rise. All right, next up is going to be the Ra. You have the Ra on your left in the ancient. You have your Ra on your right in the Assyrian. And Ra stands for Ra'ash, or head. Ra'ash, or head. All right, next up is going to be the Shah. You have Shah on your left in the ancient. And you have Shah on your right in the Assyrian. And Shah stands for Shan, or tooth. Shan, or tooth. All right, and last but not least, you have your Tha. You have your Tha. You have your Tha on your left in the ancient. And you have your Tha on the right in the Assyrian. And that Tha stands for Thaw or mark. Thaw or mark. All right, and we're going to stop this and move right into, hold on, let me get my screens back right. We're going to move right into possessive pronouns. Let me stop this one. Close that one. All right, so let's go into, let's actually do our subject pronouns first. We're going to do our subject pronouns first. All right. Hey, I haven't tried that. Maybe that'll be better. Let's do that. Let's try something real quick. That might be better. If I do this, and then I do this. I don't see my comments though. Nah, that wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. Nope, that ain't working. All right, no sweat. We're gonna get it. You know, you changing stuff up, and you go back, you be like, how the hell was I able to do this before? We're gonna get it though. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. All right, so we're gonna do our subject pronouns. We're gonna do our subject pronouns. So just like I was saying before, this is like the basis of our language, how we learn to speak sentences, how we learn to read it, and so forth. We're going to go through these fairly quickly. Come on off the screen. Go through these fairly quickly so we can get on to our review for today. All right. So our subject pronouns. So if I'm trying to say I or I am, that's going to be Anya. Anya. And if you notice, when I'm reading that Anya, I'm trying to see, can you see my mouse? Yep, you can see that mouse. I can change that too. I ain't gonna worry about it right now. All right, but you can see the mouse right there. In the English, we're taught to read from left to right. In the Hebrew, we actually read from right to left. And that's not just us, it's just that we read differently over here on this side of the world. Over there, they read from right to left, which is the same way our language is. We read from right to left. So we have Anya. Anya is how you would say I or I am. How you would indicate you would be a Tha. A Tha. A Tha is how you would say you. How you indicate he, you would say Hawa-ah. Hawa-ah. Hawa-ah is how you would say he. How you would say she would be Haya-ah. Haya-ah. Haya-ah is how you would say she. And then how you would say Falaki, how you would say we. I know it looks a little long, but it's not that bad. It's going to be a Naknawa. A Naknawa is how you would say we. All right, if you're going to indicate you or you all, masculine plural, that would be a thumb. All right, that would be a thumb. And you or you all feminine plural would be a thun. A thun. So when I'm saying a salute, if it's to a group of brothers, a group of Akim, I would say Yahweh Shem Yahweh Baraka thumb. If I'm speaking to a group of sisters, a group of Akwathian, I would say Yahweh Shema ala thun Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All right. And if it's they, masculine plural, that's going to be hum. Hum. And if it's they, feminine plural, that would be Han. All right, so I'm going to stop this one. Maybe if I can get to that part of the screen. Goodness, I don't even see it now. Hold on. All right, so we're going to stop that. And next up, we're going to do the prepositions. All right, next up, we're going to do the prepositions. All right. Now, for everybody else in the class, for the most part, if this isn't your first time in here, again, this is just a review of you going over things. But like always, if you have any questions, ask. And if I don't know the answer, we'll get it for you some kind of way. We're going to get an answer up in here. We'll get you an answer. All right. So these are our prepositions. Our prepositions that before go before a root word. They go before a root word. All right. So if I want to say to or for, I would say la. All right. And you see it's just the character la. If I wanted to say like or as, I would say ka. I would say ka. If I wanted to say cause or sake or pertaining to, I would say sha. I would say sha. From or of, that would be ma. So even though we learned the characters and what they mean, that ma can be mayam or it can be from or of as a preposition when it's before that root word. He, that would be ya. All right. The, that would be ha. To say in, that would be ba. And to say and, that would be wa. I or I am as a preposition just would be I. And do would be da. And as a preposition, if we wanted to change that word to future tense, in most cases, we will put a tha at the beginning of that word to change it to future tense. Now, a good example of that is when we say ba Hashem. Ba meaning in, ha meaning the, and that root word sham is name. So when we say ba Hashem, we're saying in the name. All right. I don't see no questions. We're going to move right along. And next up, we're going to do the possessive pronouns. We're going to do possessive pronouns next. All right, and I'm also going to put this link in this chat one more time. Might be a light class tonight, Aqua Friday. Might be a light one. Aqua Friday. That's all right. If it is, I know y'all get it. If it is, I know y'all get it. All right, I'm going to put that link in the chat one more time. Again, if you're able to join, come on in. Don't be shy. All right, we're going to go over our possessive pronouns now. Now, our prepositions went at the beginning of the word, right? Our possessive pronouns go at the end of nouns or verbs, all right? So, for example, what is, give me a word. Can't think of a word. Well, let's do name again. Name is Sham, right? Name is Sham. So if I was going to say my name, I would say Ya, Sham Ya. So Sham will be the noun or verb. Ya at the end of that will that possessive pronoun will make that my name, Sham Ya. Now, if I was going to say your name, I would say Sham Ka. Sham again, meaning being a root word name. Ka is your. So Sham Ka would be your name. To say his name would be Shamwa. Wa is he or his. To say her name would be Shamha. Ha is how you would say she or hers. To say our name, it would be Shamnawa. Shamnawa. It would be our name. And our name is Israel, Yasha Allah. All right. You or you all, you would indicate that would come. Take note of how that ma is at the end. It's the ma that goes at the end of a word. Same thing with you or you all, feminine plural would be kan. And again, that's the na that's at the end of a word. All right. There or them, masculine plural will be ma. And there or them, feminine plural would be na. All right. Aquafrya got the blue cap in the air. And if I'm not mistaken, this is very close to, I gotta get the exact date. I don't think we have the exact date just yet of the Montgomery Riverboat Brawl. That should be, that's what it should be celebrating for Black History. We ought to replace Martin Luther King Day with the Montgomery Riverboat Brawl Day. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. How they say Cinco de Negro. We need to replace that with that one. She's throwing that cap in the air. All right, so let's go ahead and stop this. And now we're going to move on to some of this review that I know y'all can't wait to get to. Let's get the folks at backstage up on screen. Again, it's going to be a light night tonight. It won't be too crazy tonight. We're going to do a little bit of a review. Now, it's a review, but it's a review of material that y'all already know, so I can't make it too easy. So I believe what we're going to do is have the actual words in Hebrew. And might be a little bit of flicking of the pages tonight. But it's going. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna handle it, and knock it on out. Okay, August 5th. Okay, Mosiah Christ. I knew we weren't quite there yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we damn right. Aqua Vazara Khan. We got Aqua Vazara Khan in the building. Y'all Shamal Athan Bashim Yabashai. And right on time, we're gonna bust out them folding chairs for August 5th. I saw one of the most despicable things online. I took a screenshot of it. I don't know if I'm gonna do a little TikTok on it or not, but I know y'all have seen where they do the little AI images of like the little toy packages. And one of them damn devils did one of the brother Carmelo Anthony. And they got the blade in there. They got him in there, his same mugshot. And they had a little folding chair in there as well. You know what I'm saying? There won't be no toys in them when we get what we got to get to, Lord willing. Won't be no toys of the slaves and picking on cotton. Won't be no toys for them. You know, but I thought about that when she said that folding chair. But damn right. Cinco de Negro. All right. So again, the link is in the chat. If you can join, we're going to go ahead and get everybody up. Aqua Tharapa.
Shalom Yahweh, Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alatha, Ba'ashem Yahshai.
Most of Christ, y'all Shema Bashim Yabashai to you as well. I hate that we missed you.
Salaki, I would have came to the Passover, but my husband, my other one, was selfish. Didn't pay for my
y'all should have reached out,
Passover.
man. We would have got you down there, man. Y'all should have reached out.
But Lord willing, I will come next Passover.
Most High Christ. Lord willing, it might mess around, be closer to us. Who knows? We'll see. They seem to like having it down south, so I don't know. Maybe they'll bring it a little bit further north for Philly and for VA, make it a little bit easier for us to get there. But the water for you joining us tonight. We also got Aqua Ra'aya in the building.
Shalom Yahweh Shema Alatham B'Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shema Alatham B'Hashem Yahushua. It's good to see you up in here, sis. How you doing tonight?
I'm Tawab Adawan. Tazarat is sad that she will miss class tonight.
I guess she got off some Tazarat chauffeur, huh? got about that chauffeur. Yep, that's what that is. But most High Christ, that's the wife she has always said, so that is all right. She will be missed, but We're gonna get it on 4. We're gonna get it on 4. So the water for you joining. And then for everybody else, again, the link is in the chat. Again, so we just gonna do a review tonight. It won't be nothing too crazy. We're gonna walk through them together. For the most part, just be kind of going through the notes. I'll jump in there as well because again, we just starting off. We want to start off, make sure we got what we need to continue for the rest of the year. Because again, the plan and the hope is that we can start to have more conversations, speak a little bit more with the Hebrew this year. We made a lot of progress last year, and we just want to build on it. So the water for everybody joining us. We're gonna do a little bit of a review. We are gonna start with my favorite. We're gonna start with the tribes. That's what we're gonna start with. We're gonna start with the tribes. My favorite. Let me go ahead and get that up on screen. Let me figure out how we're gonna go through them. Like I said, it won't be nothing too crazy tonight. Matter of fact, no, we're not gonna start with the tribes. Let's start with our question words first. Let's start with our question words first. That's only 6, I think, 6 or 5. I think 5. We'll start with those, and then we'll go to the tribes. We're gonna do the question words. We're gonna do the tribes. We're gonna do the colors, and by then it should be time for us to jump into the scripture. We read Exodus 20 and 17. Get a verse or 2 up in there, and then we're gonna go from there. I know y'all. I know you heard. Were you able to watch the Passover at all, Aqua Tharapa?
Sir.
You missed.
Well, actually, Khan, I did watch it on YouTube at home.
Okay, Most High Christ. So hopefully, I know Aqua for I was in there. Also, Urash got up there. I'm always amazed when we have our holy days. He got there and read like he was reading Braille or something. He the only person in the room that couldn't see. I mean, he did such a good job reading it, and that's our goal. We might not get that fast. But our goal is to be able to read it just that well. And unbeknownst to other folks, I know when he's reading, he know exactly what the hell he's reading. You know what I'm saying? So that's the crazy part about it. So that's our goal. That's our goal. That's what we always trying to strive to. So we're gonna start with the question words. So let me go ahead and get those up on screen. Make sure I hit the right button. All right, now which ones is it? That's not it. Okay, I gotta be this one. Yep, that's it. All right, Most High Christ. All right, so what I'm gonna do again, now these are our question words. So I'm kind of giving you a hint as to what they are. So Aqua Tharapa. This first one that we have up here, number 1. How would you read that in the Hebrew?
So lucky, I'm blind. Number 1. You said in Hebrew, right, sir?
Yep. How would you read that?
Salakia. Is Maya.
Maya. Most High Christ. Give a hand. Most High Christ. Maya. All right. Maya. You are absolutely correct. Now, do you know what that word means? And you got help in the chat.
It's Maya is who?
It's who? Most High Christ. That's what I'm talking about. Told y'all it's gonna be a light night tonight. It's gonna be a very, very, very light night tonight. And give Aquaf Ryan, Aquaf Azaraka a hand as well. They had it in the chat. That's gonna be Maya or who. Maya or who. We don't really do too much with the is and ats and stuff like that. Our language is pretty basic. It's kind of it's the same way that we talk now. A lot of times when we're talking to each other, we automatically omit the little extra words that we don't need until we get around white folks. We get around white folks and we say all of our is and those and these, and then we add everything in it that they like to hear. But for the most part, we are very direct when we speak. So that Maya is going to be who. Maya is going to be who. All right, Most High Christ. All right. What about number 2? Aqua for Aya. What is number 2?
Salakia, sir. It's ma, which is what or how.
Which is what or how. Most time crack. Give her a hand. And ma, which is what or how. And again, this is how we pronounce or say sentences. Again, it doesn't have to be, it's very simple. When we say, how's your peace or how are you? We say ma, which is what or how. Shalom ka. How's your peace? You know what I'm saying? How's your peace? Ma shalom ka. It's just that simple. So Most High in Christ, good job. All right. I'm going to take number 3. Number 3 is mafia. Mafia. All right. Mafia. Who knows what that means? Who knows what number 3 means? What does mafia mean?
Salakia, sir.
What you got, Aqua Fryer?
When or how long?
When or how long? When or how long? Most High in Christ. That's how we was waiting on that damn lamb. We was like, mafia. Mafia, y'all gonna bring this lamb out. When or how long before y'all bring out this lamb?
Salakia, sir.
What you got?
What's the word for never?
I know, right? I think what is it? Our alum? Is it our alum? It's forever. I gotta check and see. Maybe we'll pull that one up. I think that maybe that's forever though. No, I don't think that's never. Maybe that's forever. But yeah, we might need to pull that one up because yeah, we had to go find our own lamb. Struggling. That's all right though. That's all right. If it, and you know what's so crazy about that though, if it was, and like we always know, again, like we always know, I think by now for us, we're not surprised by the devil being the devil, but when our own folks go out of their way to help the devil, that I think that still can be a little bit of a shocker. And we know that if that was a Jewish retreat or some mess like that, everything would have been on point and stellar, and they would have gave us more than 2 drops of wine. They would have gave us more than damn 2 drops of wine, the whole 9. I ain't gonna say no names, you know what I'm saying? But because it was us, you know what I'm saying? Again, they go out of their way to make sure they please Esau. But that's all right though. That's how you know we doing the right thing. That's how you know we on the right path. You know what I'm saying? So again, Mathaya is gonna be when or how. From Mathaya. All right. So next up, Aquatharapod. What's that one?
Let's see.
And look, you said you can't see, and I gave you the smallest one. That's the smallest characters too. But you got help in that chat.
That one. Let me see. I don't know that one.
So you got
Ayah.
Most High in Christ, Ayah. And what does
that's
that mean? Where Most High in Christ? Give her a hand. Ayah or where? Ayah or where? All right, then we got one more left. And that's going to be Madawai. And who knows what Madawai means? I always remember this because it says it in the word. Who knows what Madawai means?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua.
Why?
It means why. Most High in Christ. Give her a hand. All right. So I told y'all, real simple, real easy. This is not even algebra. This is more like this math. This is math and subtraction at this point, right? This math and subtraction. It's not even algebra. You know, Officer Mataz Akara likes the algebra, and he likes to throw a little algebra and fractions and decimals and all that stuff in there. We ain't gonna do no decimals tonight. There won't be no decimals tonight. You know, we're gonna keep it real simple. And again, this is just one of the things that y'all learned this past year. It's so much that y'all learned. Like I said, I had to really pick what we was gonna go through because we couldn't go through everything. It's just too much that y'all have learned over a course of time. It's just too much for us to kind of review all in one setting, which is a great thing. All right, so we're gonna stop this one, and then again, like as promised, we're gonna go to our tribes next. My favorite, the tribes. And I think why I really like the tribes so much, because when you really get in that Genesis 49 and start to read it, it describes us so perfectly. You know what I'm saying? It really does describe us very well. And again, just learning who you are, that's a very powerful thing to learn who you are for people that never knew who they were before. All right, so we're going to go with the tribes next. Should be this one. All right. I think it's this one right here. All right, perfect. All right, so who wants Aqua Frya in that purple? If you could read what it's saying in that purple and then tell me what that's saying, that's like extra credit right there. That might be a little bit of fractions and decimals in that
one. So like this, sir. Hashanya, Ashara, Shabbatyam, Yashar, which is 12 tribes of Israel.
Most time, give a read that perfectly. Shanya, Ashara, Shabbatyam, Yashar, 12 tribes of Israel. 12 tribes of Israel. All right, everybody know it's 12 tribes. We're going to go through and read and learn a little bit about them. All right, so that first one, Aqua Thara Pa'ah. This first tribe is Judah. See, I told you it wasn't going to be too hard. I'm telling you what it is. It's Judah. Now, I want you to read it for me in the Hebrew. How would you read that in the Hebrew?
And that's Negroes.
Yep. It's going to be the Negroes. You got it. Now, how would you read it in the Hebrew? And actually, let me see something real quick.
In the Hebrew, I know that's on top of my head, but
it might make it a little bit easier.
It's Yawadah.
Close. It's gonna be Yahawada. Most High Christ. Give her a hand. It's gonna be Yahawada. So she is absolutely correct. That's gonna be your Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Came over on that transatlantic slave trade. Your Negroes dropped off right here in Ground Zero, Babylon, USA. And that's gonna be Yahawada. And Yahawada, for extra credit, who knows what Yahawada means? What does Yahawada mean?
Salakia, sir. And that's like I'm thinking that wrong.
No, you might have it right. Just say it. What you get?
To Israel?
Nope, not to Israel. So the way that I remember Yahweh, like what that would mean, it kind of almost got the Most High's name in it, right? Kind of almost got the Most High's name in it. So when it's saying Yahawah, this means Yahweh thanks. Yahweh thanks. Get it? Y'all agree with me? Because I know sometimes them notes don't match up to what I'm saying. So does that matching up to what we supposed to be teaching? Aqua Frya with the super notes. Most High Christ. Yahweh thanks. All right. So our next one is going to be Benjamin. Right? The next one is going to be Benjamin. How would you pronounce that one in the Hebrew, Aqua Frya? And you can tell me a little bit about him if you know something about him.
So like yes, sir.
What you get?
That is the West Indians, and it's Banyam Yan, which is
Yep.
son of the right.
Son of the right, Most High in Christ. That'll work. Most High in Christ. All right. Told y'all gonna be easy. Light work. All right. This is Levi. Who can tell me what Levi, how you pronounce Levi in the Hebrew and what it means?
So, like I said,
What you got?
that's the Haitians, and it's Laya.
Yep, you got it. Most High in Christ. Give her a hand. That's the Haitians. That's gonna be a lot. Laya, where they get lawyer from. Told you everything they got. They is a derivative of us. They stole it from us. All right. Is that on right now? That's weird. Oh, that's just on my screen. Okay, Salaki. I'm looking at the Instagram feed on the computer and it's blank, but when I look at it on this other page, it's live. Press is the devil the Bible speaker. We just want to go on, slow things up. All right. Next up is going to be Simeon. It's going to be Simeon. All right, Aqua Tharapa. We're going to sign this one out unless you already know how you say Simeon in the Hebrew.
Simeon is Dominican.
Okay. And how you say it in the Hebrew?
In the Hebrew, let me see. Samai,
Close is going to be Shemai one.
Samaya one.
Not just Shemai one.
Samaya one. So like I was on mute.
That's okay.
Samaya.
So just say
I'm
Shemai.
learning this to say my ancient
It's okay. Just take your time. You're gonna say Shemai.
Shemai
one. One more time. Shemai.
Hello? No, they didn't come yet. What did they call?
That remind me of Inspector Gadget, Aqua Fry. He was the only one doing that back in the day. All right, she back.
Shalakia, sorry, I had to.
That's okay. You Tawab. All right, so it's gonna be Shemai.
Shemaiah one.
Nope. Not don't put that ya in there. Just Shemai.
Shemai
one.
One
more time. Shemai one.
Shemaiah one.
Nope. Shemai.
Shemai
one. There you go. Shemai one. That's all right. I got a tendency to do that too, to add that ya in there. That's all. But it's Shemai one, and those are the Dominicans, just like you said. So give her a hand. Go sign Christ. I was saying when you like before. I don't know. You remember Inspector Gadget?
Kamaka. That used to be on YouTube.
Yeah, he was the only one rocking the phone he was the only one that had the phone on his watch, and now everybody got one. Now he was the only one doing it back in the day.
So like when I get a phone call from on my phone and then it connected to my Apple Watch, and
there ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I said that. Inspector Gadget used to do it like that. It's amazing how all that stuff we saw on TV now is real. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one. The next one is going to be Zebulon. And Zebulon, get it separated. There we go. All right, so the next one is going to be Zebulon. All right. Zebulon in the Hebrew is Zabalawan. and that's going to be from Guatemala to Panama. I think the next time we go over these, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually pull up the map, so if you can kind of see all the stuff that's in between Guatemala and Panama. I think that's going to be the very next time. I won't do it tonight because we already struggling with these damn screens, so I don't want to add too much to it. But I think that's going to be the next thing that I do. Is that way y'all can kind of see how that map is. For the Latinos, they call this the Americas, right? They call this the Americas. They don't call America America. They call it United Estados America. No, United Estados, the United States. So America, Esau thinks he's the center of the world, but they call this the Americas as a whole, and that's including Canada, the United States, and Southern America. So again, I think the next time that we do this, I'm gonna pull it up just so we can kind of actually pinpoint and see where we are at on that map. Because I think it's a very important thing to see, especially with everything that's going on now. Side note, I don't think that was Abrego in that damn picture they showed yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it, Aqua Fry. I don't believe that. You can't get me to believe that he is in this prison and they bring him out all nice and clean with the baseball hat. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. But we will find out. The Most High said all things, you know what I'm saying, done in the dark will be revealed. I don't believe that was Abrego Garcia. You can't get me to believe that. I was talking to I think I was talking to Jay, talking to my rib, and you can is one reporter did a thing where they did the Google Earth. You can do the Google Earth, and they looked at the images of that prison, and it looks like it's a pile of bodies behind it, like just a whole pile of bodies right there behind it, and something that horrific. I just can't see. I'm hoping the brother's still alive, but I just can't see and believe that was him that they showed yesterday, especially when they first said they couldn't get him for no interview. So again, I think the very next time we do this, we're going to pull up the map just to kind of see just how widespread we are. One of the tactics of the oppressor, we get to thinking like him, and we'll think that it's just us. A lot of those FBA idiots, those FBA imbeciles, you know what I'm saying? They swerving down. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? If you never listen to Salt and Pepper, you ain't black. You feel me? Which it makes no sense whatsoever. We have a very large community, nation of people. So we're gonna pull it up next time. But this is from Guatemala to Panama, Zabalawan or Zebulon. All right. And for Zabalawan. Oh, my fault. I didn't even ask you, Aqua Tharpa. You got off light. I meant to ask you, what does Simeon mean? What does Shemaiwan mean? Do you remember what it means before I tell you what Zabalawan means?
Nah, sir.
You don't remember what it means?
Wait,
Shemaiwan means
repeat the question again, sir.
What does Shemaiwan mean in the Hebrew? You know how all our names have a meaning. What does their name mean?
Because I got two different ones for
what you got?
For Simeon, I got X and Salakia. I'm so frustrated right now. X and Qua. It's that one is hard to pronounce.
All right, so look, so for Simeon, what their name actually means is going to be affliction heard. Okay. Right, it's going to be affliction heard. Most High heard their affliction, or heard her affliction, and that's going to be Simeon or Shemaiwan. For Zebulon, their name means dwelling. All right, so Zabalawan, their name means dwelling. All right. So now our next one is going to be Ephraim. We had a lot of brothers graduate. That was Ephraim. You know, especially in our zone. You know what I'm saying? So what does Ephraim mean, Aqua Fry?
Salakia, sir. That's for the Puerto Ricans, and it's Aprarium, and it means I am doubly fruitful.
Doubly fruitful. They're going to have some kids.
Salakia, sir. Tower Bath is in the back.
Oh, word, most high cry. I ain't see it back. The whole shit done snuck in on us. Hold on. Hey, there she go. Most high cry. Shalom. Yahweh Shemala Thon Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Shalom, Yahweh Shemala Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Most high Christ. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing Tawab, sir.
That's what's up. You sound good. Sound good. All right. All right. We got some more folks up in here. We deep now. Yeah, look, I told them I'm now I done got spoiled with multiple screens. I'm working on one screen tonight and missing all kinds of stuff. That's all right. Yeah, so I didn't even see the go gadget. But yeah, you are absolutely correct. I ain't even see that one up in there. All right, most likely. But yeah, I think the next time I do it, I'm gonna pull up a map just so we can kind of see where everybody's at, and kind of where they at. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could have swore Puerto Rico was without power again. I need to check. It'd be so much stuff going on. I think with the storms, I thought they were out of power again. But I'm gonna check on that. But all right, most iron cry Aqua Tower Bath is with us. Aparium, is doubly fruitful. And at one point in time, we used to always be like that. At one point in time, we all had children like that. You know what I'm saying? But now, due to oppression, due to this oppressor, we don't produce the numbers like we used to. We've got it in our mind that you got to have a certain level, a certain amount in your bank account before you can have some kids, which makes no sense because no matter how much you got, it's not going to make that devil treat you any better because of how much money you got. But Aparium or Ephraim, their name means doubly fruitful. And to this day, that's one reason why the president want to get their ass about the country. Nah, you worried about them numbers. So most high in Christ for that. Aqua Tower Bath is with us. So I'm going to have you knock out the next one, Aqua Tower Bath, as soon as I get to this page. So I can, where is it at?
Salakia, sir.
What you got?
You want me to get that one so she can get Gad?
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. What's this one?
So that's Manashah, which is Cubans, which is made to forget.
Made to forget. Most High in Christ. Give her a hand. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. That's another one that was always crazy to me when I growing up. When you realize just how close that island is. A good portion of Florida. A good portion of Florida. Florida got a lot of Cubans there because it's a very short boat ride from Cuba. You would never know it, especially when we grew up, because of the embargoes and the tariffs and so forth. And it was kind of just cut off from America. And even if you look at pictures. If you look at pictures of Cuba, you'll see a lot of the older cars, you know what I'm saying, a lot of older cars and stuff, because, again, at one point they weren't able to get any of the imports of the American-made stuff over there. So, again, you are absolutely correct. All right, we'll go to the next one. Most Iron Cry. All right, Aqua Tower Bob, you up.
Salakia, sir, it's God.
All right.
They are the North American Indians.
Most High Cry. And what does their name mean?
It means troop.
It means troop. You can look at those pictures. Those pictures are always crazy because at first you don't even realize what you're looking at. And you see this damn devil standing on a mountain of buffalo skulls. So mountain of skulls, he's just standing on top of, because that troop came in, and those troops came in and just overpowered our brothers and sisters. And the thing about, I forget what I was reading. The thing about Gad, the thing about them, they had such a warrior spirit, They fought to the end. They fought to the end, even within captivity. They fought and did not stop fighting. That's why they got that name, troop. It took that troop to come in and conquer them the way that they did. And a lot of the stories that when you read about us, it's atrocious. They are. It kills me every time I see a story online. They say this is the worst thing ever, I just look at it and shake my damn head. And it's like, have you ever heard of the North American Indians? Have you ever heard of Gad? Because the things that they've done to us, they have really ran that bill up. And when the Most High finally does give this place the judgment that it has earned, it is going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. So you are absolutely correct. Get that next one too then. What you got, Aqua Tower Bob, since you ran through that one so fast? That's how they used to do us in Hebrew Academy, y'all. You know, you do good, do some more push-up. So we'll go ahead and give me that next one. Give me that next one. I'll talk about.
Slovakia, it's Raban,
Rabban, yep.
and it means behold a son.
Behold a son, Most High in Christ. Most High in
And
Christ.
they are the Seminole Indians.
The Seminole Indians, Most High in Christ. Give her a hand. And this is, again, why this information is so important. Me personally, I don't like to hear devils talk at all. I don't like to hear them talk because whenever they talk, they're so good at lying, right? They're so good at lying, they will have you second guessing yourself. And this is why it's so important for us to come back in here and learn our own history and our own culture, because they'll have you thinking all kinds of different things that makes no sense once you know this Bible. But because we're so used to hearing them speak, we're so used to hearing them verify this and verify that, we'll hear it and automatically we'll think that it's the truth when it's not. So again, you are absolutely correct. That's going to be your Seminole Indians. I think we're we got about three more left. Aquathara Pa'a, I'm gonna get you to get the next one. Asher, how would you read that in the Hebrew? And who is that if you know?
Slovakia. Asher. That's. I don't want to say the wrong words.
You good? Just sound it out. It sounds very close to the name in English.
Let me think. That's I got Royal Dynasty, and that's
No, I think that's the one you're gonna have for Naphtali. So okay, so for Asher, right? Asher, to sound it out in the Hebrew is just gonna be Asher.
Ashar. I think
Sure.
that's I got underneath the Royal Dynasty, but I got I can't even think right now. I got
All right, that's the one. We're gonna get it together. So Ashar, that's gonna be from Colombia, right?
I got Anab.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I got Anab for Ashar.
No, it's gonna be from Colombia to Uruguay. That's that one with the real funny word, Uruguay. So it's gonna be
Salakia,
from.
sir.
What you got, Aquafry?
I think the Anab is because their symbol is grapes.
No, okay, I got you. Okay, that makes sense. So I think you just looking at the other set of notes. That's all. We're gonna one of these days we're gonna do those too. We'll get to that before the review is fully over with. But that's gonna be that from Colombia, the Colombians to Uruguay. It's gonna be our Shar, and that what that means is happy. He was happy. And if you've ever worked with any Colombians or just really Latinos, period, they're some of the most happiest people on the damn job site. You know what I'm saying? Always got a smile on their face, no matter what's going on. But Asher just means happy. All right, means happy. All right. So next time we come back, when I do the stuff with the maps, then maybe that's what we'll do. We'll pull up the map, and on the map we'll place the actual symbol on the maps like that. I think that'd be a good exercise to help us kind of learn where they go, where they are. So I think that'd be a real good exercise. That'd be a really good one. That next up is going to be Naphtali. Naphtali. All right. So I'll do this one. Naphtali in the Hebrew is going to be Naphthalia, and that is going to stand for my wrestling. All right, that's going to stand for my wrestling, and Naphtali is Argentina to Chile, from Argentina to Chile. All right, so Naphthalia, Argentina to Chile, and it means my wrestling. And last but not least, who I think we are the closest to, If between Ephraim and Issachar, I think that's who Judah is the damn closest to, because that's who we're always around. Music very, very, very similar, and really it's like that with all the tribes. You get a lot more romance songs or whatever with some of the other tribes, but with Issachar is straight damn it hip hop rap. You get the love side too as well, like our old R&B. But like one of my favorite Mexican rappers is Mexican OT, and if you didn't see the video, you would thought it was just another nigga rapping. You would not know, you know what I'm saying? It was Issachar. But Issachar are your Mexicans. You pronounce that Yashakar. And Issachar's name means he who is hired. They are some of the workingest people that I know. I think my mother in the world, I think she might have a little Issachar in her. Because she loved to work, always have loved to work. When I was coming up, keep 2 and 3 damn job and was good with it. And I know they also say, Benjamin is like that as well, though. 2 and 3 jobs, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the attributes with the tribe, you'll see them kind of cross over. But these are the different tribes that we are that comprise all of us. Again, when we go back through this, we're going to pull up a map so we can actually pinpoint it on that map. And that got me thinking about another little exercise I want us to do as well. I think what we have not done yet with the tribes, we went over our tribe, but we haven't read like the other tribes. We haven't read like Moab and Ammon and Edom, and to show where they come from as well. So I think this year, I think we're gonna do a little bit more of that. So we just kind of put a face, or not so much put a face on it, but just put a location in the locale, kind of build on what we learned and make it stick a little bit more. And you can actually see where these places are, see just how close in vicinity we were, see how the Lord separated us the way that He did. All right, so everybody give yourselves a hand. Y'all did a great job with that one.
Salakia, sir.
What you got, Aqua Fry?
The quizzes that you normally do for us, do they have the means for you to put the map and us be able to move the icons around?
I think so. I think I just got to do a little homework, figure it out. But I think I can work that out. Yep, I think that'd be good for both, and that'd be something that y'all kind of hold on to and keep. So, yep, I got to get to the drawing board, but I think we can work that out, though. I think that'd be real good. Yep, I think that'll be real good. Write that down too. I'll be taking my note. I take notes too, Aqua. I'm taking my note. Write that down. All right. Yeah, I think that'd be a really good exercise and a good one that we can reuse, and especially for the young folks as the young folks come up. Aqua Tharapa, I don't see your son today.
Salakia, what you say, sir?
I don't see your son today. He must be sleeping.
Salakia, he went on spring break right now. He's over my Adawan mom house right now, spending time with his sisters and cousins right now.
Okay, is he the youngest?
My stepdaughter is the oldest, and my Adawan daughter, and his daughter and his other son is my stepdaughter and my stepson. So he went over his other grandmom house for spring break.
Okay, so he living a good life right now.
Yeah, I'm having me time right now. So
okay.
I just needed break, and I just needed a break for like a very long time. So
that's what family is for. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I had call her because I had to call my my Ottoman mom. So his mom is my mom. So I had called her last week and asked her can she come and get him for the weekend.
Okay.
So he's over there now. So I just need a mommy break from away from him. So he been with me 24/7. So
I just
needed that break.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Every time we go, like, sorry, every time we like, he doesn't cry. Like, this is the first time he went. This is his first time he went over his grandmom house, not my grandmom, but his other grandmom house. This is the first time he went over there, and he started crying earlier today. And he didn't want to hold his sister hand today. We went to the store today, and he went and hold his sister hand today.
He a big boy. He don't need
I
nobody to
had to
hold
tell
my
him. I had
hand.
to talk to him. I had to talk to him yesterday and day before yesterday. I said, "Son, you have to be a big boy because you 4 years old and you turning 5 in June." I said, "You a big boy. You not a baby no more." Baby started crying. Baby cries. You a big boy. So he started crying. He didn't want to go to his grandma's house. So I'm glad she came and got him. So she does everything for him. So
Well, that's good. Well, I'm glad you got support like that. That's a
yeah,
beautiful
I
thing.
always have like family support. Like when I had my son, in June. I had my son in June, but it was like during COVID. So I had my son during COVID that time. So he was born at Temple at 5:45 in the morning when I had him when he was little. My dad said he looked like a Chinese baby when he came out.
All right, both sides cry. I think we all did. My son look like he little Chinese too when he got out here. But that's all right though. That's all right. That's all right. All right, good. We're gonna do a color review next, and then we're gonna get to Exodus 20. All right. So, all right, so for this one, we just gonna go through these fairly quickly to see what you remember. See what you remember. We know that color is Kayan. It's color. These are the different colors that we learned throughout the year. So what we'll do is go through. We're gonna read them, and we gonna see who knows what. See who knows what. We got Aqua for 9 in the building. Mosaic and Cray. Aqua for 9 on snuck in on us. Y'all Shemalathon by Shem Yawashai. Mosaic and Cray. All right. So let's do our color review real quick. Where my damn page go? Oh, here it is. It disappeared on. All right, so we're gonna start with Aqua Tharapa. Number 1. Let's read number 1.
So like I was looking at my notes.
That's all right.
Cause I got 3 books of notes. For number 1, that's colors, right?
Yep, this gonna be your colors.
So like I think it's in my first book. I think. Number 1 is let me see.
Let's sound it out. You got la,
La,
ba, and na.
la. Let me see. um, can you repeat that one more time, sir?
Yep, you got la, you got
La,
ba,
ba,
and then na.
la, bayana.
So laban.
Oh, Laban. So it's Salakia. Laban.
Yep, laban. And what color is laban?
Oh, got that. Laban is like white.
You got it. Most I cry. Give her a hand. Laban is white. All right. Most I cry. Most I cry. All right, Aqua Fry. What's number 2?
Adawam, which is red.
Out of 1, which is red. Most I cry. All right. So I knew y'all gonna fly through these. Aqua Tower Bob, what you got for number 3?
Salakia, sir. Is it Tazahab?
Tazahab. You got it. What color is that?
Yellow.
Most High Christ. Most High Christ. All right. Aqua Aqua Thera. What's number well actually I'll take that one. I'll take that. Since we're a little short on numbers tonight. That's gonna be cause I hate Ryan Nunn. Raya 9. I like Ryan better. Ryan, and that's gonna be green. Does that match up with y'all notes? Ryan? Am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Most High Christ. Ryan, and that's gonna be green. All right. All right, now Aqua Tharapa. What you got for this? Hold on. Can you see it? Did I put it up there? Yeah, number 5. What you got for number 5?
5 is Adawan.
No, that's
No,
actually
that's
red.
Salakia.
Yeah, that's actually red. So what you got for number 5?
Number 5.
Oh, okay. We got Aqua for 9 a bit. Aqua for 9. Look, the numbers is getting up there. They're getting up there. You got help in the chat too, Aqua Tharapa. Yahweh Shemada Bashim Yahweh Shah. What's going on, Aqua for 9?
Salakia, sorry. My mom kept calling. Natalia is I'm saying that right?
Nah, look in your chat. You got help in your chat as well. So for number 5, it's got that tha.
Oh no, tha call
Take your
tha
time. You got it.
tha call
You
Lata
got it.
Natal no
Nope.
no tha call tha
Tha Kalath.
Kalath.
Yep. Tha Kalath.
Kalath.
So tha.
Tha Kalath.
There you go. Most High Christ. And what color is that?
That's blue.
It's blue. Most High Christ. Tha Kalath, and it's blue. It was a lot of Tha Kalath garments in there for the Passover. Some beautiful garments. Tha Kalath is blue. All right, Aqua for Aya. What you got for number 6?
Salakia, sir. Gaman, which is violet or purple.
Violet or purple. We the only ones who rock it and make it look good. Violet or purple. My Most High Christ, Gaman. Give her a hand. All right, Aqua Tower Bob. What you got for number 7?
Salakia, sir, is a Shakawar.
Shaka War. Most High Christ. What color is that?
That's black.
That's my favorite color, black. Most High Christ. I think Thakallah might be my favorite, but black is right there. Black go with everything. And how you say, you always bet on black. All right, my Shaka War, and that is black. Aqua for 9. Hold on, make sure it's on the screen. And make sure it's on the screen. What's number 7? No, number 8. Right? Yeah, number 8.
Slovakia,
Kawam, Most High Christ. And what color is that?
That's brown.
That's brown. All right. You run a little light today too. I don't see Kanak back there nowhere.
Slovakia, sir. My sister took him to Busch Gardens.
Everybody, all the young folks is just kicking it today. All right, Most High Christ.
It's good warm.
As long as we have been up here, I've never been to Busch Gardens. We would always go to Kings Dominion. I still ain't never been to Busch Gardens. All right, I'm gonna get you to do the next one too. Then, if you could, what's number 9? Can you see it?
It's Zahab, and that is gold.
Gold. Most High Christ. All right. I'll do number 10. Number 10 is Kasap. Kasap is silver, right? Kasap is silver. What else can they be used for? What other word is that? Who knows?
Salakia, sir. And silver. Oh, so.
What you got?
I'm not to say gold.
So Gold is we just went over gold. Gold is zahab. Zahab is gold, right? Silver is kasap, but it can be used for something else though. What else? What else is kasap in the Bible?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Doc. What talk about?
Is it money?
It's money. Mosaic Christ. I thought y'all were gonna have that one fast. I just knew y'all was gonna know that one real fast. But yeah, kasap can be used for money as well. And it's just because at that time, that's what they were trading. They would trade that for a currency. Kasap. All right, Mosaic Christ. I see what else. I think we right at the end. What else we got? What else we got? We got that's it. No, it ain't. We got one more. We got one more. Number 11. So number 11 is gonna be Dilla's choice. Who want to tell me what number 11 is? Whoever want to come off the mic, tell me what number 11 is.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua.
Nakashath.
Nakashath. Okay. What it mean?
Bronze or brass, and money was in the chat multiple times.
Oh, okay. Most High Christ. Most High Christ. Most High Christ. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. All right, so I can't see none of the chat. I'm going off instinct right now. Where is my chat? Hold on. What's that? Okay, I bet we got money in the chat. Most High Christ. That's Nakasah. That's gonna be bronze or brass, which is also when you read in Revelations and they talk about the color of Christ. When you're talking about the color of Christ, as if it was burnt brass, if it was burnt in a furnace. And them damn devils always try to make it seem like that's Middle Eastern, which is another reason why we're gonna pull that map up so we can kind of get a better idea of that. Give yourselves a hand. Let me stop this one. Y'all give yourselves a hand. Like I said, we probably got about maybe 2 or 3 more of those. Because again, there's so much stuff that y'all have learned. Y'all went over during the year. Different words if y'all learned, numbers. There's a lot of stuff that y'all learned over the year that we're going to, again, I want to get a good review on, good foundation on, before then we're going to start to add to it. Now, I can't promise what Officer Matazai Kara going to do when he get it. I can't control that. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to make sure we do a good little review with the start of the new year. Y'all did a great job. We're going to be reading from Exodus chapter 20 and verse 17. Let me go ahead and get that up on screen. All right, let me get that up on screen. If you are able, again, this Sunday, we have the closing of the feast. Feast of unleavened bread. Y'all be very mindful of what you eat, because the devil is the devil, so they put all kinds of shit in food that don't need to be in there. You can't get me to believe that they don't do that on purpose to keep us disconnected from the Most High. All right, so let's where is it? I know I pulled up. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna do Exodus. We're gonna start at Exodus chapter 20, verse 17, picking up from week before last. Aqua, for now, I'm gonna get you to set it off for us, if that's all right with you. Hold on, I can't see anything. Let me get this back right. Okay, here we go. All right. That looks halfway decent, I think. Don't change the size at all. Okay, all right. Let me see how we want to do it. All right. Can everybody see that?
Con.
All right, I see some head nodding. I heard Con. All right, I think we to wild. All right, Aqua, for now, if you will, I'm gonna have you start at. Hold on, is that the right verse? That ain't the right damn verse. No, it's not. Hold on, let me go back. That is not the right verse. Y'all can see it, but it's the wrong verse. All right, here we go. Exodus 20 and 17. For inline. Light work. Okay. All right. Now can everybody see it? We got the right one this time.
I can see it, sir.
All right. No sign crap. We too wild. I can see it. I can see it on my phone too. All right, so whenever you're
Can
ready,
you
we're
hear
gonna read
me?
Exodus chapter 20, verse 17.
Kentucky officials come to him with questions. You swear to tell
Can you
You want
hear
the
me?
Salaki, I think she's breaking up.
oh, okay, yeah, you was breaking up. We were waiting on you. I couldn't hear you. I hear a little bit now. Were you speaking the whole time? Yeah, you breaking up, Aqua, for now.
I think
Can anybody else hear, or is it just me?
Yeah, I can't hear her too, sir. She's breaking up too.
You can't hear either? Okay, okay. Yeah, we can't hear you, Aqua, for now, but that's the why. You might want to try to come out, come back in again. Maybe that'll do it. In the meantime, I'm gonna have Aqua for Aya. Can you read this one? 20 and 17.
Salaki, sir. La'a, Thakamad, Bayath, Ra'ik, La'a, Thakamad, Ashaf, Ra'ik, Wa'abadwa, Wa'amathwa, Washaw, Washawar, Wakamarwa, Wakal, Ashar, La Ra'ika, or
Mosai.
La Ra'ik.
You ran through. You read like obviously you rise your mouth too. Mosai cry.
La,
All
sir. La, sir.
right. She said, don't put that on me. All right, Mosai cry. You did a great job with that. I'm gonna go ahead and read it in the English. Exodus 20, verse 17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Ain't nothing wrong with a mind saying your neighbor got a nice house, but you shouldn't want his house. You shouldn't want his house. And this is what this oppressor has taught us to be so selfish towards one another. You ever notice how we can watch them have everything? We can watch them have everything, their names on the streets, name of the city. You know what I'm saying? They can have it all. They ride by in nice cars all the time. We don't see anything wrong with it. When everything they've got they stole. You will see the brother next door to you. He buy a new car and everybody in the neighborhood looking crazy. Where he get that money from? Why he got that? He shouldn't have that. And again, that's all a part of being underneath them, and we don't even realize that we're doing it most of the time. But it's saying, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. We have a very bad habit in our music, our entertainment. I'll take your girl. We have no problem with that. It's become second nature. They teach it in the church. They teach it in the schools. But again, that is not our culture. My neighbor's wife is his wife, and vice versa. That's how you maintain and keep that community intact. It says, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is my neighbor's. We should want to see our brothers and sisters come up. We should want to see them come up. We should want to have. We should want them to be. It says I will be at school. I must try correct. We should want to see our people do well. And this whole Carmelo Anthony thing, right? They raised like over 400,000, which was good because normally we don't even come together to help one another like that. So the fact that we even came together to help one another is a good thing. We actually came together to help one another, raised over like 400 something thousand, and then people got to hating. And even some of us got in there and got to hating. We just hate to see us do well, but nobody gets mad upset when an oppressor does it. George Zimmerman, I think that fool sold. I think he was selling like different artifacts or whatever from the that happened from the case for like millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Wrote books, sold artifacts, millions of dollars, raised money for his case. Same thing with Kyle Rittenhouse. Same thing with the Daniel Penny dude. we should want our people to do well, but we're so used to seeing us in poverty, we don't want to see each other do well like we should. And that's something that we have to break as a people. So great job with that. You ran through that scripture like it was nothing. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. That's going to be Exodus 20 and 18. Did Aqua not make it back in here, or is she still not? Let me see. She didn't make it back in here?
Okay. So like I said, it looks like she's all the way out.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was going on with her connection. I think she was talking the whole time and we just couldn't hear her. All right. Aqua Tower Bob. I'm gonna get you to do Exodus 20 and 18. If you can, please. Baba Kusha. Let me pull it up. We got Officer Urash Ma in the building. Y'all Bashim Yashar Bagathal one. I got your message as well. I'll make sure I will read that before we get out of here. Aqua Tower Bath. Get you to do Exodus 20 and 18 if you can. You want to keep it on this screen, or you want to go to the forward, to the actual forward inline?
It's fine right there, sir.
It's all right there? Most High crap. All right, this is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 18.
Okay, Salaki. Wakal Ha'ayam Ra'ayam Off Hakwal Walaf
Hakwalaf. Yep.
Wa'af Yadam.
Yep. Halap Yadam.
Wa'af. Wala.
Kawal.
Salakia.
Tuan.
Hashapar.
Yep.
Wa'af. Har. Ashon.
Yep.
Yara.
Wayada.
What?
Salaki. Wayara. Salaki.
Okay. Ha'am. Waya. Nanwa. Nayawa.
Wayanayawa.
Salakia. Waya Madawa.
Yep, that's correct.
Salakia.
One of them tricky ones.
Yeah, concert.
Marakakwa. No, Salakia.
Marakwa.
Mosaic cry. Yeah, that's one of the rough ones there. They threw two curveballs right at the end of the word. Mosaic cry. All right, so I'm going to get it in the English. Exodus chapter 20, verse 18. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood far off. Yeah, I'm right, Aquafara. That last one was a little rough. That was a little tongue twister there. And they saw it, they removed and stood afar off. All these Christians who up and down, they talking to the Lord every night. They talking to God. And as you see right here, You know what I'm saying? You see right here when it came down to it, they didn't want, how they say today, they didn't want none of that smoke. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want none of that smoke. They stood to the side. We talk that God is some genie in a bottle, grant your wish, whatever you need. And that mess makes no sense. That's just the oppressor. That's the oppressor because the oppressor wants you to view him in fear. He doesn't want you to fear the Most High. That's why they've always portrayed him like that to us. All right, we got one more, then we out of here. Exodus 20 and 19. Aqua Thara Pa'ah. You up? Aqua Thara Pa'ah. If you able, we're gonna do Exodus 20 and 19.
Salaki, I was texting my cousin off my watch. Salaki.
That's the why.
All
right, so we're gonna do Exodus 20 and 19. All right.
Why Amar?
Why your Amar what? I got the little one on him. That's cool. That's right. You're right. Why your Amar what?
Why Amara? Al.
Yep.
I'm Salakia.
That's okay.
Take my time. My Ash.
Mashah, that's just Moses. Mashah.
The bar.
Most High Christ.
Akat.
Atha. Yep.
Oh, that's a tricky one.
So that first one is gonna be I'm Nawa.
I'm
Nawa.
Why? No, Salakia.
It's okay. So we're gonna sound it out. You got your wa. And you got na. Shemai.
Ra.
So wa na shemaina. What shemaina?
Shemaina.
You got it.
What call?
What all? You got it.
The bar.
The bar. Most High Christ. The same one we had up top. I'm Nawa.
Salaki. I am Nawa. Alahayim.
Most High Christ.
No, I'm about to say that.
No, you're just about to say it.
Pan,
Most High Christ. Alawap and Bashim Bashar Bagatha. We got Alawap, Alawap Kabal, General Q in the building. Khan Wakan, that is the inline view out of one. All right, one more word.
Nah. Nah.
You got it. We'll sound it out. So you got your nah.
Nah.
Ma.
Nah. Nama.
Wath.
Nama Wath.
Nama Wath. Most High Christ. Give her a hand. Great job. All right, now I'm going to read it in the English. All right, so this is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 19. And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not the Most High speak with us, lest we die. So again, all that mess they be talking about in church, they talking to God, We had the opportunity, and we did not want to speak with the Most High. We saw that power, and we was off to the side, scared. Say, you go up there and talk to him. You got it. You got it. You got it. So again, that's just to show you how the way that they portray the Most High to us now is something soft, something light, so that we don't fear the Most High, because the oppressor wants us to fear him and follow him as opposed to following the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But y'all did a great job. Everybody give yourself a hand. Y'all did a great job tonight. All right, so what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead. We right at the time. Let's get this off screen. Let's get this off screen. All right, y'all did a great job tonight. We're going to go around like we normally do. Make sure everybody's tawab. And get out and get these security announcements. So we're going to start with you, Aqua Thara Pa'a. Where you at? Aqua Thara Pa'a did a great job. Y'all have come such a long way. Y'all have come such a long way in these last. I remember some of our first classes. You know what I'm saying? I remember some of them first classes we had. And it is night and day. Y'all do a great job of reading the Hebrew. Again, in our next couple of classes, we're gonna just kind of go back and review what we've learned. And then again, the goal after that, we're gonna try to have go through our classes and use more sentences, speaking to one another, making it more practical, with our daily lives. So Aqua Thara Pa'a, how you doing tonight? She may have dropped out. I don't hear her on there. That's Tawab. Aqua Ra'aya. Oh, there she go. Aqua Thara Pa'a, how you doing tonight? You did a great job tonight.
Salakia, I had to run. My grandma had one to
That's
me.
Tawab.
So I try to learn learn a little bit on my own, and then I tried to ask for help. But the part of the, how you say that, look whatever this is, I'm
Lashawan
learning.
Qadash.
Yeah, kind. But I'm learning how to say it and pronounce it on my own. So I just practice it on my own for today. So by next week I'm gonna get a little bit better.
That's all right. Most High Christ. Y'all give her a hand. That's all it takes. You know what I'm saying? The scripture said to study to show thyself approved, and that's exactly how we do it. The Hebrew isn't something that comes as natural and as easy as some of the other things that we learn. So it takes that. It takes that for all of us to read on our own, study on our own. That's why we go over the different fonts. That's why we go over the different fonts. We go over the Assyrian, and we go over the Hebrew. So that way y'all will be able to kind of look at it on your own. Y'all take some great notes in here, which also makes that possible as well. All right, so the water for that Aqua. Aqua Ra'aya.
Salakia. Shalom Yad Tawab. And Thawada Adawan.
Oh, Yonderbar. Most High Christ. Look, she said the whole thing in Hebrew. Most High Christ. Aqua Tawabah.
Salakia, sir. I'm doing Tawab today. Feeling much better. I had caught something like on the last day of bread, so I'm feeling much better. I did want to say, great job, everyone. Doing a good job. Keep up the good work, and the water to the teacher.
Oh, Yonderbar. Most High Christ. Yeah, I think I think everybody, again, all that pollen. If you're not used to it, all that pollen that was down there when we were down there, it can be very thick in Georgia. It's very rough in Virginia as well. But I think it's just different types of pollen because of where you at. It can really flash some things up. So I'm glad you're feeling better. Y'all did a great job tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get y'all off screen so we can go ahead and get through these security announcements. The water for everybody joining us. The water. And if this was your first time again attending class, this is the Lashawan Qadash, where we come to learn our language, learn who we are. We had a language before we got off of those slave ships. We have an identity, and all of it's been stripped. But coming into this Israelite school of universal practical knowledge is where you come to reclaim and relearn and get back in touch with your heritage and your culture. So the water for everybody that joined us tonight. We are going to get through these security announcements. Make sure everybody knows about the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Again, you shouldn't be eating any unleavened bread. Salaki, anything with leaven in it. You shouldn't be eating anything with leaven in it for the next couple of days. So you want to make sure y'all reading the back of those packages. If y'all have any questions about anything, if you're not sure about can I eat this or can I not eat that, call the number 757-550-1204. Get in touch with your camp leader. Make sure that you are doing what the Lord requires us to do. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you are doing that. We about at the end of it now. So I ain't used to throwing it away now when we this close. So you make sure that y'all do that. I'm finna pull up these security announcements. Y'all did a great job tonight, like y'all always do. Hold on, let me see. Can you put the scripture for the tomorrow in the chat? Yep, I will. I'll put that in the chat before we get up out of here. I just saw your message. All right, let me get these security announcements, and then as we're playing the promos on the way out, I'll put the scriptures in there for tomorrow. All right, so where is it at? But yeah, y'all did a great job today. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for Abadah Shabbat. Abadah Shabbat tomorrow. Y'all tune in. And on Sunday, we're gonna have the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right, again, if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns about anything, if you need any transportation to the school, call that number 757-550-1204. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any Christian organization or any fake Israelite group. For new rule for a new brother or sister. When new brother or sister come to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. If a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6-month period in which their brother and sister will court each other. And after that, they would get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment found in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, in Malachi chapters 3, verses 8 through 10. It means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. You want to give that 10% of every penny of any increase that the Most High give you. You want to give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. There's also a priest fund. That's a free will offering. It's not mandatory. That's for the priest. And that can be in whatsoever amount that you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We are inside right now the feast of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We're going to have the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread this Sunday at the school. Again, if you need transportation, call that number to arrange it. The address for the school, everybody should have it. Again, you can call the school to make sure that you have it. I'm trying to think if I should put that out there like that. I'm not going to put that out. If you need the address to the school, make sure you call the number 757-550-1204. We are going to be at the school for the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You want to make sure you are there by 6:30, no later than 6:30. For the officers and so forth, you know that we need to be there earlier to get everything set up and ready to roll. So again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you call that number 757-550-1204. 757-550-1204. And with that, again, we're going to give a courtesy salute to all the Akim out there. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabarak and Thumb. We're going to give a courtesy salute to all the Akwathian that's out there. Yahweh Shema, Alatham, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to all the different things that we got going on. We got a couple of new series coming at you. couple of new series coming at you. I'm gonna play a couple of the promos on the way out. Sad, hard lessons, earning the Most High's protection. You know what I'm saying? What's beef? Captain Natazat is shot breaking down these different things that cause all of these issues, all the unalignment, all the pain and atrocities inside of our communities, and how to avoid that, how to do what the Most High told us to do, what he requires of us as a nation. I'm going to play a couple of those promos on the way out. Y'all stay tuned in that chat as well. I didn't put the actual scriptures that we're going to be reading. I didn't put them in the description, so give me a second. I'm going to try to put those in there too before the promos run out. The water for everybody that joined us tonight. And with that, Shalom, Israel.
Beaten to death. Correction officer.
Talk to me. Played the horn of Lord and served other gods. Remember the days of old, we the lost tribes. They don't believe the Bible. They say a white man wrote it, but still celebrate them holidays from white men, don't they? Like Christmas and Thanksgiving appetites. I don't even see my closest family half the time. Going out ain't an option, I won't compromise. I got integrity and more heart than Valentine. I retweeted a book they sell on Amazon, owned by the same folks that told them to apologize. Remember slaves couldn't read, wasn't allowed. So it's meaning when I tell you I'm black and I'm proud. Murdered us with the sword, that's how we learned religion. Community standards violate my First Amendment. Discontinue from my heritage under these bastards. Life a bitch, they make up lies and give you public lashes. I understand they confused by who the devil is. Why my people get so mad when I tell them this? Valley of dry bones, my niggas skeletons. It's hectic out there, hope you checking on your relatives. Brotherhood, that's what my weapon is. And I never let these crackers take it from me. Real talk, you probably never heard this all of your life. Be careful, cause that thing you love, it'll cost you your life. Long as we got each other, my nigga. Cause we build this shit on brotherhood. Long as as we got each other, my nigga.
Yeah.
We build this
nigga, I done lost family, I done lost friends. Day one, niggas thought was riding to the end. Still showed up, put in that work. Hide behind a smile while I'm walking with this hearse. Some nights I felt alone, most nights I felt cold. Some nights I drove around, I ain't wanna go home. Nigga, I ain't never been, I ain't never fold. Follow orders like a soldier doing what I'm told. Even when the council wasn't making any sense, I ain't never doubted, I just put it to the test. Days I was fucked up and down to my last cent. Reaching in my pockets, only coming up with lint. I'm talking even on the days that I couldn't pay my rent. I put it down for my brothers, ain't spared no expense. If I ever got bent, caused an offense, please forgive your brother, Lord, that ain't what I meant. See that brotherhood a weapon, fight against deception. When something taken from you, then it's just a blessing. Shorty really loved me, gave me everything she got. And I'm sorry, baby girl, if I ever broke your heart. Man, mistakes that I made, don't know if they'll fade. Moving with a heavy heart, living with the pain. Take away the shame, wash away the stain. Praying to the Lord for the days that I was Cain. Sheesh.
Long as we got each other, my nigga. Cause we build this shit on brotherhood. Long as we got each other, my nigga. Cause we build this shit on brotherhood.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.